All right, how's it going, you guys? JEFFERSCRAFT back again, and I'm playing some Final Fantasy XIV in this one. Once again, you know, I'm playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, but this one is my first dungeon, and I'm playing it with Rebel. Love to play with Rebel. He's a friend of mine, and we're having a good time. He's teaching me a lot. But this is Sastasha. I think that's how you say it. Sastasha Dungeon. This is part one. There's going to be 2 parts to this series, and this is part 1. So, yeah, hope you guys are enjoying all of this Final Fantasy content, and I hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hey, what's going on, guys? I am back, and I am with Rebel, and we are gonna do my first dungeon together, and he's gonna do this with me. So yeah, that's what this is. It's starting up. This is the cut scene, and we're going into it. Right on. How you doing, Rebel?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. This is gonna be cool, man. Here we are.
Okay, we're in, and we follow the tank. That's
yeah, for sure. I did. It seems like, you know,
it's great.
It's not too hard.
Yeah, this is a particularly easy dungeon as long as the tank doesn't pull everybody in the whole place. Because I only have like 1 heal spell at this level, so if they get all crazy, I don't really have to save them from terribleness. See, like all it takes is they walk around a corner and I can't heal them. Oh, the woes of the healer.
The woes.
Yes. Use my proper prose.
There we go. Kill this thing, man, you guys. There we go.
And you're the damage. You're the one supposed to kill it. I'm just
I got it. I got it.
Yeah, I don't kill nothing. I just stand here and go, live, live. It's funny. There's a whole, I'd say, style of thought that healers are supposed to like do a bunch of damage in this game. And I'll tell you, on missions like the one we're on, maybe I could do some damage because it's kind of chill and there's not a lot of damage, right? Yeah. But when the later dungeons, that is silly.
Right.
If you want to see the whole team die, have me go do damage.
The healer do damage.
Forget about saving you.
Where do we go now? Here.
Red. What does that say? Red. Follow them. I think they're going this way. Yeah, the direction, sir.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, I just didn't want to lose track.
You're late to the party, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's just I gotta stay close to the tank because he's gonna run and just take all the damage. And if I'm not up his ass, he dies, and then we all die. So unfortunately, even if you get behind, I have to chase. But I will save you.
Yeah,
as long as you me. I got everyone's life that's near me.
I'm doing damage. I'm doing damage right now.
Nope, I'm healing.
No, I'm doing damage.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Damage control. No.
Damage control. Yeah, but I'm a reasonable healer as long as I don't have to do damage. If I have to do damage, I suddenly feel like I'm not a very reasonable healer.
Yeah. Man, I wish I could get that off the screen.
What?
There's this big box like on this, just in the way, it seems like, on the screen. Yeah. I wish I could move that right now.
Well, as long as it's not, well, it depends on which box you're talking about.
It's like when we start fighting, it comes up with like my stats or whatever. And it's a big gray box like in the way.
Stats?
Yeah, I don't know, like hit my hit. What I've used, you know, for my attack and all that, I guess.
Huh.
I don't know. It's hard to explain. I wish I could show you.
Sorry. Maybe, I mean, is it showing you the spell effect? Because I expect that. But I don't think of. I mean, I'd have to see it probably. Maybe if
you'd have to see it.
Yeah,
it just seems like it's in the way.
I'll look at the. Well, I mean, if it's in the way, it can be moved 100%.
Hey man, we're doing the dungeon though. This is awesome.
Oh yeah. If we just can't do it during the dungeon, we'll do it after the dungeon. We'll fix it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys, we're getting this.
Hooray, dungeon! And you get the perks of being with a healer, so anytime we want to jump into a dungeon, it should be near instant. I wasn't sure it would be until I tested it, because I've only ever done it by myself, which is super instant. But yeah, it worked out great. Super fast.
That's awesome.
That's literally one of the draws of why I'm a healer. It's less about anything else, more about like, I don't want to wait. I hate waiting. Like building my DPS up, I have 0 DPS at the max level because that's hard. You wait a lot, and if you're alone, it's like a lot of waiting. So I'm not down, but I like how fast tanks and healers get in, and I don't like the responsibility of tanks. So I'm just like, yeah, healers that nice middle ground where I go fast but can be sort of lazy.
Right.
My favorite description of healing is whack-a-mole.
Is it?
Yeah, because all I'm staring at is the party little box on the left where it says party and everyone's names. I'm not even looking at the creatures or what you guys are doing.
Right.
I'm literally looking at that bar, and if a bar goes down, I whack the mole, and it goes back up to full.
Nice healing.
Yeah, right? And it's funny, I had another healer in a video describe it that way. I was like, that's dumb. And then I played, I was like, no, it is whack-a-mole. I'm just looking to see where I'm whacking. Do I whack here? I whack there, and then one over here.
We got it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we're killing it. And it's nice because I can keep everyone alive very easily on this level, so we're killing it. But we're safe, we're crushing it. The tank isn't taking too much. Thank goodness, tank.
That's good, yeah.
So, like, a bad tank to me is a tank that would have grabbed this whole group that we're in,
right?
And then they went over to that group over there and grabbed that group too. And yes, that's good for big damage. Like, yeah, if you do a group thing, it's going to hit everyone. Cool. But also, I'm sitting there going, oh god, you're all going to die. Because, you know, I can only heal so much from that. Especially on these early missions, like, I literally can't heal that fast. I can only heal so much.
There's so much going on right now.
Right? Yeah, no, oh man, I can't wait. Do you know do you know how many people can be in one of these?
How many?
24.
Oh, dang.
When you will do, before the end of Realm Reborn, 3 24-man raids as part of the story.
Dang, this thing is just lighting me up, dude.
I got you. Like I said, whack-a-mole. I had to get the tank first, because without him we all die. And then myself, because if I'm gonna die, then I do the damage last.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I'm always like, you know.
I'm still alive.
Oh yeah, you won't die. I got you. Like, I can do about a third of your health bar in a single burst. So all I have to do is make sure you don't get less than a third at any point. I can easily just pop it back up.
You level up so fast here, man.
Right? You see what I'm saying? Dungeons is the way. You run dungeons. If you want to gain levels, you run dungeons all day long. Like, when I wanted to gain levels, I was not thinking, oh, the main story quest will level me up. I was thinking, no, I want levels. So I grinded from about where you are to about level 30, just straight dungeons. Like, give me another one. Because why not? Because they're not hard. I mean, look what we're doing. We're crushing it.
Hell yeah.
And the tank has the hard work. The tank has to remember where we're going. The tank has to remember the mechanics.
So, like, the tank
has to remember who we have to kill and we don't have to kill. All I have to do is keep him alive, and all you have to do is go pew, 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 pew.
They have to know, like, the dungeon, yeah.
Yeah, like, literally, we could be running around in circles fighting things that we don't have to fight if the tank's confused. So it's not, that's why, like, tanking to me is so daunting, because I feel like to be a good one, you have to put so much work in. Like, you have to run these dungeons so much that you feel like you know it. And even though I'm level 80 on some of my characters, I still don't feel like I know these dungeons.
Still don't know well enough to be the tank.
You know how many dungeons there are? It's kind of stupid. If there was only 20 dungeons, I'd be like, okay, maybe you could learn 20 dungeons. But there's easily 45 dungeons that I've already done. And I'm not halfway through with the game. It's crazy. Right. So it's like, imagine trying to learn 45 dungeons, right? You know,
there's a ton of them, huh?
And know them well, and memorize every step, and, you know, and not get everyone killed. Too much for me. Nope.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, where are we going? That way? Got it. Who am I killing? The one with the low bar? Got it. It's a little brain dead, but that's how I roll.
This is cool, man. I like doing this. It's fun.
It's fun that we get to play together, though.
Yeah.
This whole time I've been like, like just hanging out. You know, now I'm like doing a thing.
Yeah, doing stuff together, man. We're playing together.
And I'm building up my white mage so I can get my white mage up as another healer. That's a good level. So this actually, what's so great about this is we're both in a level 18 dungeon, pardon me. And with that, but we're both gaining experience based on the level we really are, not based on level 18. So I'm getting experience level to a level 60 white mage, and you're getting experience level to a level what, 20?
20,
archer?
yeah.
Or 18? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Like it's giving you that experience, not 18, even though the fight is an 18.
Got him, bro.
Yeah, and then we open it anytime you see a treasure chest, we grab that, and notice in the bottom right corner it'll say loot. See that?
Yeah.
You do not have to walk up to those boxes ever.
Okay.
You just tab to the loot to the bottom right corner, and it shows you whatever loot has been opened from anybody, and you never run to the boxes.
Nice.
Not that you won't ever run to the box, but you don't have to ever.
Right.
And honestly, for a long time, I was running up to boxes going, you got to wait for me to run up to this box and check this box. No, you don't. You can run right by the box, and in a second, when it slows down, when there's a second, check to see what loot there is to go after. Like, I haven't even looked at the loot yet, and I can still get all that loot.
Right.
So what I do is, in a second, when it kind of mellows, I will tab, it'll say loot, I'll say, since I don't really want any of this garbage, I'm literally going to pass on all of it, but if I wanted it, I would choose need if I needed it, greed. You know the need-greed system, right?
Yeah.
Okay, rocket. Then you don't need help on that. But it's, yeah, it's
Got
fun.
it.
And need and greed is kind of awesome in this game, because guess what? This game will not let you need on anything that you can't use.
Yeah.
And won't let you greed on anything you already have.
Right.
So if you already own an item, you can't get a second copy of it, ever.
That's
Which is
cool,
gorgeous.
yeah.
I love
That's
that.
good.
I mean, the next guy can get that
Makes it
item.
simple, right?
Yeah, there's no way to ninja loot anything. You either need it or you don't, so it'll let you eat it, or you can greed it if you don't have it and you don't need it. But it's beautiful. The system is really well done, and I've had a lot of people come from other games that are like expecting to be able to ninja loot. They're like, why can't I greed on this even? It's like, because you have it.
I love how
I
love how the tank gets all their, you know, the dude's attention so that we can just shoot at them and they don't even shoot at us.
Absolutely. See how I'm just right now, all I have to do is keep the tank alive.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to tank, since I'm the healer, we could probably stumble through it together. And since we're not, since we're half the team and the important half at that, if you were the tank, then we can pretty much not worry about being like shamed, you know?
Oh, he's running.
Yeah, he always runs every time. After you get him to a certain point, then we advance. I try to make a habit of always making sure the tank goes ahead of us.
Yeah.
Because if we get ahead of the tank, we could wipe. And that's something I would say, I wouldn't stress on it at all. You will at some point wipe in a dungeon. At some point, absolutely.
Cool.
And it's not a big deal, whatever. Especially on the later bosses when you don't yet know them. You're learning the bosses. It's like, there'll be mechanics you didn't know exist, and you'll have to just learn those on the fly. And when you do, it's a little bit of death. And that's okay.
Uh-oh, I'm fighting these guys and nobody's around me. I'm gonna die.
You run to us. Don't fight. Yeah, anytime you're like dying, run to me. And that's a good habit to have with any healer. If you're about to get your ass handed to you, run to the healer. Run to the healer.
Right.
I wish every tank did that, for fucking sake.
Right. Makes sense, right?
They'll just keep running even though they're dying. I'm like, no, if you're running away from me, I can't heal you. So yeah, no, when in doubt, if you're sick, I mean, you don't have to like run in the face of the healer, but run near the healer where they can directly see you in their line of sight, and then you will get healed. Also, there's a lot of AoE heals that if they see you healed and the tank needs it too, instead of like single target, they'll probably pop an AoE, which, you know, just because they saw you, right?
Right.
So I do that whenever I'm playing anything besides the healer. If I need heals, I run towards the healer. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to jump up and down or stop doing DPS or whatever. I'm just going to, you know, go near them.
Right.
And usually them seeing you, they'll quickly realize that you're more hurt, but they're not going to necessarily change their priority as much as they're just going to see you and probably make sure they don't miss you right away.
Right.
But it's a good habit, honestly, I think, for dungeon crawl and just getting used to knowing where your healer is.
I gotta like Archer because it's a long distance, you know?
You stay safe for longer.
Damage, yeah.
Yeah, I've yet to
I
find...
can just stand right next to you and shoot him.
Yeah, no, and in later dungeons, I have AoE heals, and I have some, like, if I use my Scholar, I have a lot of, like, shields and stuff that go in a circle around me. So, yeah, standing next to the healer, unless there's a reason not to, is always a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The only person that can't stand next to me is the tank, because they use their... You'll notice that the tank, is turning every boss around. That's kind of their job. Yeah. Their job is to get the attack and then be facing us, we facing them, and they're away from us. Basically turn the boss so that if he does an attack in front of him, he's going to hit just the tank and not everybody. Right? If the tank was on the same side as us, see how they're on the other side of the enemy as us?
Yeah.
That's a tank strategy, and that's a good tank strategy because a lot of bad guys have like attacks that hit a V shape from them forward. Yeah. And if you're behind them, you're safe, but if you're in front of them, you're not. And if we're all standing there, we all gotta run rather than just the tank kind of dodging. Right. So that's a good tank strategy. And honestly, if you ever want a tank, just watch what tanks do. They'll teach you kind of. The good ones will teach you. Like, this is a good tank we're dealing with. And you can tell they're also not a sprout. They don't have a sprout. I don't actually know what the flag means. Gotta be honest, but it's
I don't know.
It means not a sprout.
Yeah, it means.
But I don't know what it means.
Tank.
It probably has some meaning beyond that. I just don't know. The only symbol I recognize besides sprout that I know the meaning of is the crown. The crown means that they're a mentor and that they've beaten every dungeon at least a few many times.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the flag means. Maybe it's like PvP or something. I have no idea. It means something. But what is the meaning of this?
Nice. Oh wait, here's another dude. I'm just standing there.
What? Oh, by the way, this tank is taking us into every room. And that's good in one way and bad if you're in a rush, this will be awful. If you were in the big hurry, like, I gotta get this dungeon done in 15 minutes, you hate this move. Because this move is clearing a lot of trash, a lot of other enemies that you don't have to beat the dungeon.
Yeah, that's alright. I get to see more of this.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, in this case, for us, playing together and having a dungeon together, this is perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
dude.
it's also going to give you more experience, flat out more experience, because these creatures in here give us a fat experience. They just do. I don't know why they give so much more experience than they do in the real world, but we'll take it. So I love dungeoning because it's like you're still fighting shit, but you're fighting shit in mass, right? And they don't even hit you. When all goes well, this is how it goes. You attack the creature, I heal the thing, the tank keeps the damage. That's it. Or eventually you become the tank, you hold the damage, I heal you, etc. It's
crazy that the tank can take so much, huh?
Well, his whole build is defense, right?
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah.
Damage. So
that's why
let's
he's a
say
tank.
Exactly. If you and the other DPS died, this battle would take us for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Like literally, like he does so shitty damage, not no damage, but shitty damage, right? That you can't really kill these groups fast. And so all I'd be doing is healing, like I'm doing, right? I'm just pounding heals, and all he'd be doing is going tink, tink, like shitty damage, barely killing anything. So this dungeon would be unbearable, right?
Right.
But you had two people to hit, and as long as everyone's doing their job, it's fluid, right? But if I don't feel the tank dies, then they come over and they hit you, and they won't one-shot you, but probably about 2 hits when those guys shoot through you. Maybe 3, 4, maybe, depending on obviously your armor. But that's the whole thing, is the tank can take maybe 10 hits, right?
Yeah.
And that gives me time to make sure that I can heal him. Because if he died in 2, I couldn't even keep up, right?
Yeah.
So that's the problem. It's like, if the tank goes, even if I'm healing my ass off, I can't keep you alive from the damage they do. So it's kind of a beautiful little system.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
And I feel like it's so nice that in this game, even though I feel like it's very cooperative, I don't ever feel like I have to talk to get the job across. I say hello, like I said hello everyone at the beginning. But I've said it so many times that now I just type H and it pops up hello everyone and I smile. That's nice. So now every time I enter a dungeon, it's hello everyone, smile.
Yeah.
Even though I literally have to type H. But like, why not, right? And once you learn that it'll remember what you typed last, then you can type a bunch of shit pretty quickly.
Right.
I can't type hello everyone every time. I just don't. I type.
Forget that.
Well, PlayStation, it's hunt and peck basically.
It is harder on that, yeah.
100%. And in a hurry, fuck that. The people that are typing to you are often on a keyboard where they can actually type like people.
It's way easier, on the keyboard, yeah.
It would be like if you had to talk in tweets and they can talk in whole paragraphs, So it's like I find myself not doing much communication unless it's at the very beginning, or there's these certain missions you'll get to at the end of A Realm Reborn that have large unskippable cutscenes, which are fine, but that's a time to talk to.
Right. That's cool. The big cutscenes you have time, yeah.
Yeah. And isn't it nice that we don't have to know where we're going or know where those keys are or know who we have to kill or know any of this shit? We just show up and play.
Heck yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
But you see why I think the tank has so much responsibility? He's got to know all that shit.
Yeah, he's got to be the one that takes you you're just following him or them.
That we killed everything in this place. Like, yes, we could have probably figured it out just by killing everything, right?
Right.
And then eventually we'd figure out what door to unlock because we killed everything and picked up a bunch of keys, right? But the truth is, it would have been, annoying probably because you'd feel lost. And I hate that feeling of feeling lost a lot.
Right.
My health. So that's the only reason why I've never tanked, even though I've done a lot of healing and a reasonable amount of DPS. Tanking is just too much stress for me. But
yeah, for sure. I would like to try it when I get better at it.
Yeah, like maybe I could tank if it was a group of friends. Does that make sense? Like where no one's gonna judge me for not knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe getting us all wiped once or twice. Because as a tank, I mean, a common thing that tanks do to get me wiping is they pull too much. They get too excited.
Right.
And they go to a room and they pull the whole room, and they're Mr. Indestructible. And by the time I'm getting my first
You're like,
heal
oh, I can't keep up.
Oh, by the way, and tanks that sprint suck.
Okay, I hate
You know
that.
tanks use their sprint. You know how annoying that is when I have to use my sprint just to keep pace with you?
Right.
Fuck. That means I can't catch up. You've literally used the only thing I can use to catch up just to keep pace.
Yeah.
So I jokingly, I used to like say it in chat, like in the party when we have a moment, I'd be like, I think they should remove sprint from anyone that isn't a healer.
Yeah.
Like, only let me heal and me sprint. In dungeons, you can't sprint, okay?
Yeah, the healer's got to be the one that can keep up, because otherwise you can't be healed. Yeah.
Yeah, and these, when they're running and they're collecting whole rooms full of people, they're doing that because DPS. There's a lot of good AOE DPS in this game.
Yeah.
And let's say there's 3 people on them, right? And you do 10 AOE spells. Those 10 AOE spells killed 3 creatures. If you did the same thing with 30 on you, right? You killed 30 creatures.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I gotta keep that guy alive through 30 creatures. So yeah, you'll kill him a lot quicker, right? I get it.
Right.
But the healer's on cracked out overdrive, I can barely survive.
Right.
So I'm not a fan of those tanks, and those tanks are trying to please 2 DPSs, but I'm the one keeping you alive.
Right, you
so,
better please me.
The truth is, like, when a tank is truly like they're just running too much and they're not giving me a chance to keep up, I just leave the dungeon. I'm like, go find another healer. Find a healer that wants to deal with this. And it's only a 30-minute like penalty. And I'm like, if I'm so angry I'm leaving a dungeon, I'll go watch a YouTube video for a half hour. You know, like, that'll take me, I'll burn a half hour blinking. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not a problem. I'll just go do something else and I come back and I'm in the next dungeon with people that don't do that.
Right.
But I think of it this way, like, I know as a healer, it's going to take me 30 minutes exactly to get back into a dungeon because I pop instantly. Whereas, like, if they're waiting for a healer, have fun.
Right.
Because that's why they let me pop in instantly, is because they need me, you know?
Hell yeah.
So I always think it's hilarious when a tank's being a jerk, they're just hurting those DPS in their group because now the tank and those DPS get to wait for a new healer. And I'll be back blinking my eye going, I'll be back. It's fine.
Right.
But I get a great reputation when you don't get us all killed, you know?
Yeah, really.
It's funny, I got a really good, I get a lot of those, see how, like, the tank doesn't have all the ads right now and they're hitting me? But then he took the ad, you see that?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. That's
I
what you should do.
never stopped to heal myself because he got them back, right?
Right.
And now I'll heal myself just because I have time. But see, that's good tanking. The tank.
So this is a good tank, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
it seems like it.
Absolutely a good example of like what you want. Someone that they go slow. They see how I'm healing and they match that. They're not trying to make me heal like a madman. And look at my mana. I've got crazy good mana because I'm chill, right? If I'm panicking, then I'm going to pour half my mana to keep you alive, and then you're going to move on before I realize it, right? And I'm still have half the mana on the next battle. And if that happens again, now we die, right? So it's like, really, often I think tanks don't think about the healer like we have to think about them, you know?
Right.
But I try to think of it, if I was ever tanking, that's part of the reason why I'm scared of tanking, is I think I want to be a good tank if I was going to do it. I'm not going to be a dick that just like runs into trouble and says, you'll save me. Yeah. Also, there's so many battles at the end. Oh, there's tanks where, like, if you don't know how... I feel like it's the tank's job to explain shit because they're supposed to know it, right? So there's so many battles later on that if the tank doesn't explain shit, we're all going to die. Because half the team does not know what's going to happen. And for example, there's a behemoth later that if you don't know to stand behind the rock, when he does his roar, everyone that's not behind the rock dies.
Yeah,
just like there's no like almost, doesn't matter how many health you have, doesn't matter if you have a shield up, you just die. Everybody. So if you don't explain that, then what?
Right, really.
Right, so that's what I find tanks' jobs are, and sometimes tanks just take that so lightly. They're just like, yeah, I'll just run and you'll just heal and you'll figure it out. And this one's doing great because this is an easy dungeon, no explanations needed.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
All the cutscenes.
Here we go, the big guy, right?
And look at that, the tank is so smart because I'm waiting for you at the door.
Yeah.
The tank waited for me. See that?
Nice.
Smart. That's how you play because I wasn't gonna heal you if you run ahead.
Right.
That's how, I mean, I'll be honest. Healers are kind of dicks.
Because they're kind of like the tank needs it.
Yeah, like
needs them.
If the tank acts like they're the most important, we all die because I won't heal. You know, like we'll all realize who's really most important. Let's be honest.
Right.
But I don't try to, like, I jokingly say that because I think, you know, no one can have an ego, really. You have to take yourself down a little bit, right?
Right, really.
I really do struggle to keep everyone alive sometimes, so I think sometimes I just expect everyone to stay together, right? And as long as, like, this tank is awesome. I want to thank this tank. And this tank gets my, at the end of this, we give player commendations. I don't know if you did that on your first one, but you'll do that on this one, and I'll show you how.
Yeah,
so at the end of every...
Okay, show me how. I could have done that, but I didn't do it.
It's an important thing, and I didn't know how for the longest time, and no one showed me how, so I'm going to show you.
Nice.
Like, yeah, now they're all attacking me. See how he's not taking damage and I am?
Yeah.
I'll keep healing. And then, see, he didn't notice, so I run over here, and I stand by the tank. What that does is it brings the enemies to the tank. You see that?
Yeah.
And then he realizes that I'm being attacked, and they will eventually draw them from me. Or they won't. Yeah, there you go. Got the tank's attention. There you go. See, but I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Dead, buddy.
Hell yeah. You died?
No.
You died? Okay, you scared. I thought you said. Sorry, I thought you said you dead. You said.
No, we did it. We did it. Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't protect me, man. No, I'm playing.
Yeah. You died.
Okay, so here's player commendation right here.
Yes. And you want to select that, and I recommend giving it to the tank. The tank deserves all that love.
Okay, which one was it? Let's see.
That's the blue symbol.
The blue symbol. Okay. There you go.
Blue symbol is always tank. Green symbols always healer, and red symbols are always DPS.
Nice. And so I have two. There's loot that says 2, so it means I didn't pick it up.
And bring your cursor over to that by hitting your, and then select it by hitting your X. And then
greed.
Now at the bottom, you'll need greed or pass based on what it is. I'm gonna pass on everything because I don't want any of it.
Okay.
So I'm out of the running. And then if anybody leaves the dungeon without choosing, it automatically gives it to someone else, and then you get to decide. And there you go.
I plundered it all.
Yeah.
There, we did it, man.
Yeah,
we did a dungeon together, just like we were talking about. How do you like that, everybody? If you've played Final Fantasy, you know about these dungeons, but this was my first one. I did it once before, honestly, but I didn't do it with Rebel, so here we go. We did it.
I don't count it.
Yeah, it doesn't count unless we did it together, right, bro?
But see, and it's a lot of fun.
So I'm getting out. We're going to go do some more stuff.
Yeah, we'll go do some more story quests.
Yes.
We'll get another dungeon to open up, and we'll do the next dungeon. If it tries to throw you the next dungeon, maybe we can wait for me on that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it ever tries to tell you to
go
to
the
duty finder, because it'll make you go to the duty finder. Like, there's no way to just, like, end up in one unless you go duty finder, select it, log in, and it's going to tell you to do that when the next story quest hits the next mission that does that.
Okay.
But just what we can do like side quests if you want to level up, or you can do the same this one again, or we could, if you really have to do it, you can do it without me. But I really love to do it so much.
Right? No, I'll wait for you. I'm already almost at level 23 just off of that. Dang.
Do you see what I'm talking about? That's how you level.
Yeah. That's fast, bro.
Did you already get your earring, by the way, from the mail?
Oh, no, that's what I was going to ask you. How do I get that? I ordered it, but I need to go to the mail.
Yeah, so we're going to find you a mailbox. I think there's one in this.
Let's do it, because I should have put that on before we went into the dungeon, man.
Yeah,
oh, well.
We got 30% more. So
I know.
You probably would have been maybe a whole nother level.
I know. Oh, well.
Like but we're going to do it now. We got to find that box for you. We got to find you a mailbox.
Yeah, I think I see one over this way. Is that a mailbox, dude? I think no, it isn't. It's just
it'll look like a letter.
It's a mogul.
No, that's not it. But it'll look like an actual envelope.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see. I don't see one anywhere on this level. Let me look on the low level below and see if it's there.
People are just chilling out, man. Love it.
No, I'm telling you, this is the place
almost.
to chill if you want to chill and look pretty. Okay, it's on the next level. If we go to the crystal, click on the crystal, and warp to the Arth Castle if you've got that one. If not, we'll run there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Arth Castle. If you have
I do not, man. I have.
Okay. So then we'll run there, okay?
Okay.
So let's see. Let me figure out which direction to run there. Okay, so we're gonna go this way, I believe. Can you see me which way I'm going?
Yeah, I see you, man.
Rock and roll. And then we'll have you get it's one of those things where if once you I forgot to tell you, this is kind of a random thing. If you once you get every aetheryte in the city, it gives you an additional aetheryte bonus that goes directly to where you have a warp to each of the gates. So you can warp to each gate in the city.
So I need to get those. I haven't been getting those for some reason. I've just been
I recommend getting them every time you can because it's just nice to have them.
So now,
from here, click on it and go ride lift to Drowning Winch.
Drowning Winch. All right.
That's just the upper level. Which,
Right.
you know, I'm getting us to upper level because I believe I saw a mail place close to here on the upper level, or at least close relatively.
Yeah, let me get that thing, man. That earring.
Yes, if you see a blue thing on any time, don't hesitate to stop and just, you know, take your time to attune to it.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it. It's going to save you minutes in the future. If you spend a minute now, it's saving 10 in the future.
Right. Okay.
So from here, let's see, I think it's going to be south. In this direction, south.
Gotcha.
Is there an aetherite right around here to grab? No, there's not.
I don't see one. No.
The one I was going to have you go to, Arf Castle, should be right down here. Follow me.
Okay.
We'll have you grab that while we're here, so that way next time we work here, you're ready.
Your
But like I
staff.
said,
Your staff's pretty cool, man.
thank you. I got that. It's real new. I just leveled up my white mage today up to level 60.
All right.
But yeah, no, I think
All right, we
once
got
you have, also, I don't know if you know this, but whatever your main class is that has the highest level does its normal level plus the earring. But then when you do a secondary class, that level also gets that one gets bonus experience as well, up to the level of your highest class. That means that if you decided, oh, I'm on 16 and I want to just try out something, well, that other something, as long as it's below 16, gets bonuses.
Yeah.
So it's nice. So
That's
level
awesome.
up.
I see,
Here's the
man.
letter thing I'm looking for.
Yeah.